everyone, welcome back to another Discovery Kitchen. My name is Sylvia and I'm a registered dietitian. And today we've got our Mario with us.
Yes, I'm Chef Mario and I'm here with you today wearing my cowboy boots and my hat because we're smoking today. Today we're gonna barbecue and we're gonna turn around and create some neat things, and Sylvia's gonna tell you about that.
Yes, our theme this month is gonna be, well, 2 months during the summer is summer fun. So during the summertime, you're with your family and your friends and you cook recipes and things that are gonna be shared with other people. So we're gonna be making his famous brisket. He's gonna show us his rub, and we're gonna show you how to prepare that. And then also a side to go with that, it's gonna be a creamy coleslaw.
The Comal creamy coleslaw.
Yes.
And just so you don't choke, nobody in the audience chokes, including maybe that person. We have lemonade. We have summer French lemonade that's very delicious, blueheads.
Yes.
So here we go.
So we're gonna start with our coleslaw. So the first thing, we're gonna chop our cabbage.
Cabbage, and it is a hard vegetable, so you have to be you have to be careful. You have to wear a safety glove, and somebody recently learned to wear a safety glove.
Yes, I currently have a safety glove at home now.
Because you can and will cut yourself.
I don't want to chop my fingers.
Now this will render about, what did we say, 16 healthy servings. So you may want to save the other for another occasion. They last pretty good.
Yes, cabbage actually lasts in the fridge for about 2 to 3 weeks because it's such a hardy vegetable. That's why it was hard to cut. So it lasts longer. And there's other colors right there. We have green cabbage, red and purple.
Yeah,
and that's about it.
And I'm going to remove this bone here, okay?
Okay.
This bone is hard.
Yes, the inside.
So I'm removing that.
And because cabbage is a hardy vegetable, it means it has fiber. So fiber, as we know, is really good for our digestive health, keeps things moving, and we don't get enough fiber, so cabbage is a really great vegetable.
And you just want to shred it, you know?
Yeah, that looks good.
Shred it a little thin as you want to go. And once you get to a certain point, you take and you chop it about 3 more times. And then you just kind of like break it up.
Why did you choose purple?
I like color. I like cooking with color. Tell us about color and cooking.
Yes, color means that it has a lot of different vitamins and minerals. We want to eat the rainbow, so we get all of those. Because if we eat this, and it looks better on your plate, it's kind of boring to eat the same color food all the time. So makes your plate more fun. And so normally our coleslaws are savory, right? They put mayonnaise in it. But we're not doing that today.
And today I'm not going to do that. People like vinegar.
Yeah, vinegar too.
Oh, I'm not on the vinegar side. Unless it's going to end up being like a red wine vinegar, then I just say, well, skip the vinegar and just go to the red wine. Because what is that vinegar? Fermented red wine.
Red wine, okay.
So, Chile red wine. Anyway, sorry about that, children.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. So let's see, what we're adding, instead of mayonnaise or something like that, what are we doing?
We're going to add vanilla yogurt.
Vanilla yogurt. So this is a sweet coleslaw.
Right.
It's really good.
And we could go Greek.
Could go Greek, yeah, Greek yogurt. So Greek yogurt has more protein in it than a normal, just standard yogurt.
And because it would have protein in it, then it would make it gluten-free.
No, that's a different thing. So most yogurts are gluten-free, unless, you know, they have some weird ingredient in there. Greek yogurt just means it has more of the milk protein, and that does not contain any gluten allergy in there.
So you're going with just this sweet vanilla?
Sweet vanilla yogurt.
And you don't have to add any more sugar to it. I mean, unless you're like me.
Really like it sweet, but we're gonna add some more things.
That's gonna make it sweeter.
Yes.
Yes.
And yogurt is really good for you. Like we said, it has protein. It's a really great dairy product. Also, if you get low fat, even better. You just gotta be careful with the sugar amounts in yogurt. Sometimes I can add a lot of sugar in there.
Low fat?
That's a low fat one, and just make sure it doesn't have too much sugar and you'll be good.
According to your recipe would be golden raisins and cranberries.
Yes.
I went a step further. I added a little bit of currants, okay? So
Currants. They're really tiny.
Tiny little bad babies.
Yes. And dried fruit is really great because you can get it at almost any time of the year. And they're always really on the shelves, right? You don't have to wait until they're in season, right? With normal fresh fruits, because these are dried when they're peak season and they're sold to you all year round. And they have all the same nutrients as the regular grape would have, right? Raisins or dried grapes. All the nutrients are still in there, so you won't be losing out on that.
You can use it for so many dishes.
Yes, so many things. And it adds a sweetness without really adding, you know, real sugar to it, granulated sugar. Although they do have sugar in them. And you can serve this immediately, right? Or you can hold it in the fridge.
You can hold it in the fridge if you want to until your brisket is ready. So.
Yes, and that'll be next. So perfect.
So I would say, to answer that question, I would say even at least an hour to 30 minutes in the cooler is grand. And why? Because it gives an opportunity for all of these ingredients to fuse. Oh!
We almost forgot an important ingredient here, our pineapple.
I'm glad that we have Sylvia on board, believe me.
You probably thought it was just a decoration.
Yes.
You got distracted.
So now we're going to cut our pineapple.
So another sweet thing is going to make it taste even better. And this is golden pineapple?
It's a golden pineapple,
Golden.
so you notice the color. And it's real sweet. It's small, so personal.
Let me move this over here, Mario. Right there.
I'm glad you stopped me before I got everything home.
Yes. Let's see. Pineapple is very, very, it's a tropical fruit. It's very tangy. If you eat too much pineapple, sometimes your tongue kind of hurts. It's because it has a certain protein in there that is used to marinate like meats and stuff, and so that means it breaks it down. So when you eat a lot of it, it kind of breaks down some of the things in your mouth, but you'll be fine. It's not gonna harm you. Your mouth just might hurt a little bit. And since it's yellow, it has a lot of vitamins and minerals, especially vitamin C, which is good for your immune health and fighting off bad germs and stuff like that. Awesome, and we'll enjoy those later.
Later on.
Awesome.
Put them in there to preserve them. All right.
All right, so now we're almost done. You go ahead. You have gloves on.
I have my gloves on. I'm gonna do the little mixing here.
So this is gonna be our side dish, right, to our brisket.
To our brisket.
What are other things we could serve it with?
Oh, this is a great dessert.
Oh yeah, you're right. You
It's a
could have
great
it straight up
dessert.
as a dessert.
As a dessert, you could have it as a side. And you know, you could save it for sandwiches.
Okay.
It's part of a salad.
Yes, I could see that being like a topping additive to a green salad.
Mm-hmm. Center of the salad, if you will. Mm-hmm. Just to wake it up. And again, the sweetness, and it's natural sweetness.
Yes, although it's still sugar, you know, probably don't want to eat the whole bowl, but it is coming from a fruit source. So eating it with a fruit means it comes with other vitamins and minerals and nutrients. It's packaged in a better package than straight sugar.
Correct. And
Awesome.
So
we're gonna put this here,
put it off the side.
and while we have that there, we're gonna get our brisket together. So we're gonna get that stuff. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. I'm gonna go light my pit.
Yes.
Take care.
All right, everybody, we're back, and we've got our brisket station set up. So we're gonna just jump right in. So what's the first thing, Mario?
Well, I'm gonna get started, and this is gonna be kind of my mixing bowl to create my mud.
Yes.
And this rub that we're about to make is gonna considered a wet rub.
What makes it dry or wet? What's the difference?
Dry would be the dry ingredients.
Just no wet
No wet
products.
So
Okay, so what's that?
Some comino.
Comino.
So
Okay.
we got some cumin in there.
Cumin.
The cumin in there. We got some brown sugar.
Okay.
So we'll start
We
off
can
with
put.
it.
That's a lot of it, right?
Well, we did say
In our recipe, we have all the measurements.
Yes, we have all the measurements in the recipe, so fear not. Be not afraid.
Be not afraid. It does look like a lot, but you need a
does
lot
look-
to give the meat flavor.
There you go.
And that is
Fresh garlic.
fresh garlic. Okay.
Added to it was a tablespoon, I believe. Yes.
Okay.
And now comes the honey.
Ooh.
And be not afraid of the honey either.
So we've got some sweet and salty flavors going together. Why is that important?
Because that mix, it's kind of like making cookies. They have to add salt.
Right.
Why? Not to a cookie, but you have to.
Because each flavor brings out the other one, right?
Correct. One complements the other.
Yes. They go well.
And on the mustard, the original, on the original recipe, I said put bastante, a lot.
Bastante. A lot of mustard. Is that a Dijon or what is that one?
This is a honey Dijon.
Honey Dijon. Ooh,
Now,
fancy.
people have told me to use Italian, and you could.
Italian?
You could use Italian dressing if you want,
Oh, okay.
but I prefer to
Yeah,
go
I can
with
smell
this.
it.
And you
Smells
could
good.
choose your poison. You can decide what kind of mustard you want. You want to go spicy jalapeno mustard?
Right. Whatever
You
your
could.
spicy tolerance
Yes.
is.
You have to determine who you're going to feed. If you're going to feed the family, my family, they can always add pico de gallo, whatever, to it. But the main one is the wife. And if the wife is not happy, ain't nobody. So
You got to do what she wants.
there you go.
Okay,
So
cool.
I've added the honey, mustard,
Okay.
and now,
What's next?
I'm going to add,
What's in there?
the garlic, the pepper, the salt,
Whoa. So we have garlic powder, salt, pepper, mixed all together.
mix all together.
So
now
we-
we're going to go into the fresh herbs. We got rosemary here.
Ooh. Could you use powder? What if you can't find fresh ones? What's your take on that?
Well,
I know you're going to say fresh is way better.
fresh is way better.
True. When you're doing something like this
You
too,
may,
right?
Right. You may want to be growing your own if
Rosemary is common to have in just your outside of your house. It grows wild.
And since somebody in this room, I'm not going to say, they said it was very easy to do the mix.
Oh, to mix it
We're
together.
gonna have that somebody.
I had said, oh, it's going to be easy. We'll see.
We'll see. Well, then the last thing is olive oil.
Okay.
And
And this is
so-
extra virgin olive oil, right?
Yes.
This
And
is the
what you
best
do-
olive oil you can get.
And what you do is you decide to what consistency,
Oh, how wet you want it to be? Or
Yes.
as,
how thick you want that
Okay.
mud. Because this is the mud you're going to eventually wipe onto
is it better to have it thick so it can stay on the meat? Or it's just a preference?
preference.
Okay.
So I'll make it a little easy on you. You can use your spoon and
Okay.
you can use your fingers. But you eventually have to put the hand
Right,
to
to
rub
mix
it
it.
on. So
Oh, you need
let's
more?
see- Let's see. Well, again, you're going to be the one to decide.
Okay. Well, I do this, you can do the meat.
There you go.
Let me put it back up here. It's not too hard. We'll see. Wait.
I see the spoon is bending.
Yes. Do you need to put the meat on here? Here, I'm gonna put this right
All
here.
right, I'm going to start on this brisket. It's been on ice just to keep it nice and cold.
Yes.
And I
Looks
know
really
I got
good
out
so
of
far.
view, but I had to do that without creating a mess. I'm sorry. But I'm back.
You're back. So what part of the cow is the brisket from?
Well,
Do you know?
I know that it's not the loin because that would be running around the back, but it is on the.
I believe it's
shoulder.
under the rib,
belly.
right? Under the rib of the cow? Something like that.
Now there's something you're about to see. There's those that have the school of leave the fat on, and there's those that school that take the fat off. So I'm one of those that remove as much as you can.
That is good.
You know, that's
Another reason, yeah. Let me talk about the brisket. So brisket obviously is not a lean meat. As you can see, there's a lot of fat on there. Animal fat is categorized as saturated fat, which is very different from our olive oil here, right? So that is solid. And this is room temperature, it is liquid. So this unsaturated fat like this oil is better for your heart, better for your body compared to a saturated fat. But all foods fit right in your diet, so it's great to enjoy brisket every now and then, even though it's not the leanest of meats.
All right, so let me get my foil
Okay.
coming off and back on camera. Now, on foil, don't get that flimsy stuff. So I can't say brand names, you know, but don't get that flimsy stuff.
There's heavy duty foil. You want to get that one.
You want that heavy duty stuff.
Yes, it's extra thick, so it'll hold all this stuff together and not rip.
Correct. And you want to double wrap that.
Okay.
So we're about to do that. So you want to cut it like you're not paying for it, you know?
Use a lot of it.
And since there is some fat on this one, there's no meat on that. I mean, no fat. Just put the fat on top.
Fat on top, because that way it melts on top and gives it flavor. Well, you don't lose the flavor as easy.
Watch out for those things.
Oh, whoa. There you go.
Okay, one more trim, and then you can have at it, Miss Sylvia.
Okay.
All right. Now.
All right.
Now she's about to put this wet mud on there. You can do it with your hand.
I do my hand? Okay. Just, do I do all of it?
The mud.
Wow, okay. It's a lot. It's gonna give it the flavor though. It's a
Right.
big piece of meat, so.
Now you're gonna take
that good?
it. Yes, and
More?
you're gonna flip it over.
Oh,
Gonna coat the other side.
okay. Here we go. Okay,
All right,
that
excellent.
looks good.
So now that you've done that, we're gonna wrap this up,
Okay.
and it's ready to go
Oh,
in
look.
the pit.
Good thing we have a second piece of foil.
Yes, you want to have a
Is it-
second piece of foil because you just never know. Foil is sharp. It's going to break and tear. And if you want to and feel confident, do a third one, you know? You have a
Third
doubt,
piece of foil.
nothing's wrong. It's going to be in there 18 hours.
Yes.
Could you go? You asked, could it be less time?
Yeah.
I guess. Depends
It's-
on how you like your meat, but
If you slow cook it, it's gonna take a while though.
it's going to take a while. So you have
Brisket is just that way.
you just have to have patience.
Okay.
All right, so now this is ready to go in the pit, Miss Sylvia.
Yes, okay, so that's gonna go in the pit. We're gonna go do that, and then we're gonna come back with our finished brisket.
All right, it's been a good 18 hours.
Yes. Ooh, that looks good. It shrunk a little bit.
Yeah, well, they were, yes. You know, that's the whole thing. Can you imagine people look at these briskets, they're about like this, right?
Yeah.
But they don't realize, they say, oh, that's going to be enough. No,
Yeah.
it will shrink because a lot of it is fat.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
So
Fat melts
you
away.
take,
Oh, wow, yeah, you can see that. The thick layer of the rub we put on.
of the carne, and what we're going to do.
Careful, get it.
It does start to fall apart. It's been, in there quite a while now. So,
Do you want to put it on the
Oh,
cutting board?
yes.
Let's take it off that thing.
Dankeschön. So now I'm gonna take and trim some of this. But here's what I usually find is best.
When you cut brisket, you go against the grain, right?
Yes, you need to go against the grain.
Very important.
And notice that as we're gonna cut, people will ask you for lean and for thick.
For lean or, yeah, okay.
Okay?
Which part?
Well, this is more lean, this
Okay.
is more juice.
Juicy. Non-lean. That looks very good. Yes. While you do that, I'm gonna put our coleslaw on the plates.
That'll help.
So that's our main entree, and this is our side. Awesome, looks great. So we hope you try this recipe at home. Obviously have some parent help because there's a lot of slicing and cutting and
Dicing and nice.
yes, so the seasonings is probably the easiest part to help with, but everything else have a parent or guardian help you with. And the coleslaw is really easy to make. We hope you try it this summer and you share it with your family and your friends. But thank you, Chef Mario, for showing us these recipes.
Welcome. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you, Tim, if you're out there listening, try this for your competition. Anyway, hope you enjoy this, and from our kitchen
to
your
yours.
home, enjoy it.
All right, we'll see you next time on our next Discovery Kitchen.